Listen, I I wholeheartedly believe that phones listen to
Oh, for
everything that
sure.
happens.
They're 100% spying on us. 100% spying on us. Dead ass.
Oh my word.
So,
Boucher came home and he sent me an Instagram reel, and I shit you not, bro. The
mm,
Instagram reel was during an apocalypse, what are you saving first? Me. And it showed the last scene of the movie where the guy holds the cat and he
yeah.
runs up. And I asked him, Did you did you look for that or did it just pop up? He was like, Nah, it just popped up. I was like, What?
Bro, it knows. It knows. It knows. It literally knows, man.
Yeah,
Honestly. But
I
yeah,
found
when
it
you thought
funny.
of the movie, what was your initial thoughts on the movie?
I
Those,
think
for
it's
those of wait,
all
before you do, for those of you that don't know, we saw A Quiet Place day one today. So,
mhm.
you know, we're here to see initial thoughts on the movie. Continue.
I I thought it was a vibe, but then most people like you and Boucher, shout out Boucher, think it wasn't a vibe because Boucher was expecting like you know things to die, and I'm
No, well,
like,
I mean, it wasn't terrible. The movie wasn't terrible. It's just that
no,
for me, you could kind of seen where like, okay, you could expect something to happen here. You
yeah,
know,
yeah,
versus the other two movies, like you were kind of on the edge of your seat, like what's happening next, what's gonna happen. Oh no, like so much possibilities. But I mean, this one is kind of more of like a easier roadmap to follow in a sense, you know. But it was still good. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it.
yeah, but it was day one, and my thought process when Boucher said that, I was like, it's day one. I don't think anybody gonna know that you could kill these things on day one, you know?
Oh no 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 no! They haven't figured that out yet. The only thing that people have figured out is that if you don't make a sound, they won't come after you. That's pretty much it.
Yeah,
But then
and they're essentially blind because it
yeah,
looked like they're blind. Thing popped up first frame, bro. I thought it was a cricket from The Last of Us because, right?
yeah.
Uh, and I'm gonna try to talk about it without actually spoiling it for anybody, right?
Mm.
Because my thoughts are not really centered about what the movie is essentially as a whole, but at some point I was like, okay, it's either they made some mutants in a lab somewhere.
Hmm.
It's always in America for some reason.
Obviously in America.
And they tried to send that ish off to space, and the rocket did not go all the way. It was not successful. Maybe they used Boeing, but anyway, that's a story for another day.
Uh,
And, and then, like, so everything just crash landed, right?
hmm. So
Ironically, on this one little section.
no, my thing is that if said theory is true, right?
Mhm.
How did they survive the explosion? Like were they in capsules or like because they should have died in the fire, coming back down to earth, but
Fam, I don't know the fact that they were like entering the atmosphere and still landed unharmed.
mm,
I,
mm,
like, I don't know. Maybe they were in capsules because you have
okay.
to
Yeah.
contain it so that it wouldn't mash up the ship, no?
Right. Yeah, yeah, yeah. True. True.
Yeah.
True.
So that's my theory on it. That
Okay.
they were testing out some shits that they weren't supposed to be testing out. It created these mutants, and instead of zombies, they gave us crickets from The Last of Us.
uh,
Oh my gosh. Now, there was a scene where
mhm.
it came up to the guy, right? Two guys, separate scenes. And I'm thinking to myself, damn, that must be spelling so ranked, eh? Because you that close, bro. And if you
bruh.
didn't take a breath before it happened, like you're gonna be smelling all that. Ew.
Tell you something. The amount of airwax I see in that one shot. What? Like
That wasn't earwax, that was his throat.
his throat. What?
Now hear my thing, right? Where the heck the ears
No,
are?
that was his ear. No, that was the ear canal. That's what he used to hear. That was his ear. That was the thing's
So
ear.
so wait, and now I'm confused.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No,
So
okay, so you're talking about when he was on top of the beam thing, right?
yeah,
The
but
guy was on the
the
beam thing.
first guy, right? Because we didn't see inside the mouth in the
Oh no, no, no.
in the first
The
part.
first one, yeah, no, the first one, yeah, that was the mouth. Yeah,
Yeah. But the second one, when he was on top the beam for God knows what, trying to get the cat, right? Um, it, I was confused as to what I was looking at because in the beginning it looked like an eye, and then it turned into an ear. But then I was like, but no, like they were eating stuff off the thing,
yeah. So,
so
so they
I'm
have no
assuming it's his
eyes.
mouth.
They have no eyes. They have a mouth and multiple air canals. So their whole head, whenever that thing opens up, is like multiple hearing canals for like the ears and stuff like that.
Okay.
Yeah, 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 yeah. So that big thing where that was open up next to him, listening, and that was an ear. That was one huge ear canal, essentially.
Oh, oh yeah, that's gross.
Yeah. That thing gave Shrek a run for the money with the airwax candle. But who the amount of airwax you could scrape off that shit to make a candle?
Mm-mm.
My goodness me. Shrek ain't have nothing on that. Yeah.
So I was thinking about it, and God forbid, right? I have no wood to knock on, but God forbid that
I shall knock on wood.
some
Yes. Wood knocked.
some apocalypse thing happens, right?
Yeah.
And say we don't get zombies, though zombies are more likely to happen, but God forbid again, right? These things happen, right? You think you're surviving.
With the kind of loud mouth people that have in this country. Hell no. I mean, look at the man in the cinema. That that lamita.
Dan, maybe because we were watching A Quiet Place. When the movie got silent, I didn't want to make a noise, bro, because everything was just dead silent in the
Oh,
movie
oh
theater.
yeah, yeah. It
And
really
like
was.
I wanted to fold up or like crumple up the bag of
I heard the
popcorn,
bag
and I
rustling. I'm
was
like,
like,
what is Gil doing?
yeah. I
She
tried.
grabbed the bottom of the bag to get his salt. I was like, bro.
No, I was trying to close it, and I was like, shit, that's real loud. And then on top of that, my chair was real squeaky too. So I was like,
Oh
fam,
my
if
god.
God forbid this happen right now, all of us dying because of this one chair. Right? That's what I was thinking. Oh my
Oh,
gosh. So me, I'm thinking, well, I don't really like to people, so I could probably survive for like, a good while if I'm just by
yeah, yeah,
myself.
yeah, for real.
But herd mentality when all the people came out and you
Oh,
just know some shit's gonna go down
yeah,
about you was
bro.
like, oh, and I'm going, I'm
That was
dead.
just the biggest herd of cattle being steered into a slaughterhouse. That was just, oh my god.
So why did
And it's just like these specific sneakers, like the squeaking of the sneakers or like the gravel, and then the man on the wheelchair. I was like, oh, it's chalked. Once the wheelchair
yeah.
rolled up, it was chalked. Those poor kids. I don't even know if they survived.
I hope they survived. Dan, I saw it. I saw the herd coming and I said, hmm. She told the children to go off and I just know those children are gonna survive, bro.
I hope. I
Because like for me, I wouldn't have went with the herd because like that's a lot of people moving in one direction. You're gonna
mm-hmm,
make noise
mm-hmm.
just walking, even quietly, you know?
Yep.
And then they showed the suitcase and I was like, mm-mm, that's it there. Oh yeah, take cover.
Oh
And then
gosh.
they showed the man in the wheelchair. I was like,
Yeah,
mm-mm,
it's a wrap. It's a wrap.
get down.
It's a wrap.
What pissed me off, because you know it have those people, is like, I'm not dying unless I'm taking someone with me, and grab
Oh,
onto her ankle, bro. I was like, kick that man in his head. They kick him on the
Oh
side.
my god. I can't understand, right? It's like so everybody getting attacked and this woman in the middle of the street. Johnny! Johnny! And just gets sideswiped. And I was like, what did you expect to happen?
Exactly. I said
Shut
the
mouth.
same thing to it. I said the same thing too. I was like, what the hell is she screaming for? And then you saw her get swooped up. I said,
Yeah.
well, she looked fat. I don't know what she expected would happen.
Like, come on, man.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, but like those things attracted to freaking noise, bro, and you gonna hold on to somebody's ankle talk about help me. No, frick. No, I'm not helping you. Because common sense would I tell you, just if it had enough room under the freaking car, you could have just crawled up behind her, right? Well, at
Really?
the side of her. But my next thing is cars were randomly exploding. I said this woman to cover under a freaking vehicle. Um, your luck on the game of life better be
Max out. Max
exactly
out.
because the fact that that car didn't blow up with you under it,
Real.
especially when it dropped on her leg, I was like, after all of that.
Yeah, I legit thought like, oh shit, her ankle's broken, it's gone, it's
Yeah,
crushed.
me
But it's like,
too. I
no,
thought
there was
I
like
thought the ankle's
like
broken too.
it wasn't broken because there was like a small space and like the way how the car caved in, it didn't
Hmm.
crush her foot. So I was like, damn, that look insane.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. But I mean,
I
yeah, it was a vibe. I enjoyed it, you know. Of course, the man was making a break for it, had to kick the sardine can on the flicking pair, right? Because why not?
he
Why
did.
not? Yeah, that's why they all booked it back toward the pair because
Oh yes, yes.
Mhm,
Cause Mans
mhm.
wasn't watching where he was going. You see, this is why I was looked down periodically, bro.
Uh,
Oh my word.
side note,
Hmm. Yeah,
undefeated in air hockey, 1-0 record, flawless victory. Yes, sir. That's what we talk about.
7-1.
Uh,
Really. Whatever. You know what? Take your win. Take your win, sir.
my record is 1-0. I have never been defeated.
Ooh,
Challenge
that
me.
was one time. There shall be another, and I will
Mm.
play you all the time until I win one match.
So I'm about to go on a 50 win streak. Understandable. Have a great.
So it's so much. I was like, finally, especially like both of us, when I finally made one score, we were both like,
Mm.
finally, just for you to put back the puck and get instant goal. I was upset. I was upset.
Hey, you challenge me. Hey, you're the one who obviously the challenge.
I
Hey.
challenged Boucher too, and then I realized he had two of the same balls that gives you double points. And I said, what kind of tomfoolery is this? This is rigged, bro. So I don't know if you noticed, but
Oh no,
I
I
took one
saw,
of the
I saw,
balls.
I saw you raffle.
One of the balls.
I was like, what is Gil stealing the man ball from? Yeah.
No, because it was supposed to be equal. So I was supposed
Ah,
to have one double point ball. He have one double point ball, and then the rest is like 1 point. So when I realized I had an excess amount of balls, pour, pause, right?
mhm,
I took one of mine's and I gave it to him, so it would be even.
right.
But
I like how this man was just missing everything in the beginning and still come back and won by 2 points.
bro, I was feeling myself, Dan. I was like, okay, okay, I I could win this. I could win this. And then he start making all his shots. I was like, you see that? That is real tomfoolery.
uh,
Hi. So yes. Other than that, other than my losing streak too, I enjoyed myself. I think the movie was good. I mean, I was expecting the cat to die, or like I was waiting for the cat to do something that would make the other
cause noise
people,
or
yeah,
kill.
yeah,
Yeah.
to like either. end up killing somebody or used as a sacrifice. But clearly, they said no animals were harmed during the making of this.
The
So
funny thing is that
yeah,
cat didn't even meow.
that's the thing, right? That's the thing I wanted to say. This is what sparked the whole freaking podcast. Bro. I wanted to come and I wanted to say, listen, that cat got paid an excess amount of money because not once did this cat meow, not once
Really?
did this cat hit a paw on on like when it was in front of it and it was just looking
Mm-mm,
down. I was like,
mm-mm.
okay, I expecting this cat to either get eaten, hit the thing with its paw, and then dip and let the man get eaten. Right? It's
When they
promising,
were holed up in the
especially.
club when she first came through, like the theater,
Yeah.
when he was by the door and they heard the thing outside, I was expecting a meow there, though, but like nothing,
Oh,
silence.
I was expecting it. Oh yes, me too. I was expecting it to scratch at the door and do
Mm,
do the specific meow when it wants to go outside.
yeah.
But it didn't. I was most upset. I'm not saying that I wanted to see animal die, but I also saying that I expected
Ah,
to see animal die.
a lot of raccoons got sliced in the first one. I remember that.
Well,
Yeah.
we do people really like trash pandas like that though?
I
Leave down
mean,
leave it down in the comments below if people really like trash pandas
some
like that.
people do. Some people do. But we like to see, how many of you really do and how many of you don't.
Why you think they chose a cat instead of a dog? Is it because like the cat had to go specific places so to let the people know where it was safe? Because like again with the beams, right? The cat was it moved its way and then it went on the beam and then
Mm,
the guy got on the beam and he was
I
technically
don't know.
safe.
You see, that was you see, a dog would have gotten you killed in a second because
Facts.
bark,
The dog would have
bark,
barked,
right?
yeah.
But
But the cat didn't meow, so like who knows?
r- I, yeah, real, real. But I don't know. The cat, well, like she said, it was a
It was
it was one of those special cats,
yeah,
right?
it was a oh frick, was it? Okay, a service cat, yeah, a service
Yeah,
cat.
like a service cat, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
that
So
was
those
her
animals
cat from
don't
the get go. So it did just happen to write the character and the animal with a cat. So the animal was a cat, belonged to the character. The cat obviously got paid millions to not meow. That cat
yeah.
banking.
But like okay, I completely forgot it was a service cat. Down to the right. And then of the show I remembered it was a service cat, but then I got home, I was like, oh. But thinking about it, service dogs don't bark either.
Yeah, that's kind of
Yeah.
true.
They don't bark of their own free will. So they could have gotten a dog. Now the only other thing, the main reason I feel they only chose a cat was because cats could climb better than dogs can.
Hmm.
And it could reach in a spot real quick.
Yeah.
So dogs would make noise, bro. And then dogs'
I
claws
mean,
are so
and
loud.
that's the thing too, right? Like a cat. I was about to say quat. What the fuck is a quat? A cat is so much quieter than a dog when them just moving around in general. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, but the cat did make a noise, no? It hit the bell in the
Well,
footage.
I mean, it brushed against the bell, so I mean, I guess you could say it made a noise, but that was the only thing that that was the only noise that really came from anywhere near the cat was when it hit
I was
something.
expecting Homesis to die right then and there when she went to dive for the cat, but anyway,
Nah, she quick with the reflexes.
yeah.
Even though she was dying, she was yeah, reflexes was
Low
quick at
key,
that point.
low key, I was rooting for the guy, the nurse that like took them out,
Oh,
and then like I heard his clothes rip, bro, and I said,
he
"There's
got
no way,
taken
right?"
out by a piece of cloth. I
That's
would
what
be
I
so mad
saying,
in the
bro.
afterlife, bro.
I would be
Like,
so mad too because like you telling me the generator was running, right? The generator was running, and then you wanna come and tell me, "Oh, my clothes got hooked on a freaking nail, and this is what took me out." Man,
it's like
that's worse than finding out that you got beheaded because your pee pee too small and it was illegal in some country, right?
what? What country is that?
I forgot I was listening to Jumpers Jump today, and I think it was Iceland. I can't remember. It was some country, bro. I would
Bro.
send you the podcast, but I was
Wait, wait,
listening to
wait,
it
wait,
today.
wait.
I
So
was
if
like,
if your manhood is too small by their standards,
yes.
the average, you die?
Well,
That's
they said
crazy.
it was illegal, and by the time it came at the time it came out, it was either throw you in prison until death do you part or behead you. I don't know.
What the hell? That's
Yeah.
mad.
So Carlos was saying that how in in some country, I can't remember it. If anybody watches Jumpers Jump and they've been watching for a while, you should know this what I'm talking about. But for you, I'll send you the episode later when we
Mm,
finish this. I he was saying how this woman married a guy, and back in those times, you're not gonna get giddy until after you know you get married, right? You do the ceremony and everything.
right.
And she was so unsatisfied, she went and complained to the police. And
Oh
then they
my
deemed a
god.
law that said if your PP is too small, okay, if it is under 3 inches, the
Oh,
gallows for you. Okay, that's when they went and
oh
locked them
no,
up.
no. Under 3 inches is just bad luck. You just born unlucky at that point. You just, I'm sorry to say it, fellas, but like that's just a strict of bad luck. Like you had to have done something in your past life to be reborn with a micro P dog. Like that is I'm sorry, but like you just bad lucky.
I don't even know which one it is. Was it this one or 98, bro? Anyway, I'll send you both of them because I really can't remember which one it was in.
All right.
But yeah, so that's what happened.
That's
I
tough.
heard it and I cackled. But anyway, so it's either you die from having a small PP, okay, or you get ripped to shreds because your clothes was your biggest ops in that moment. I don't know which
Uh-huh.
one is worse. I don't know which one is worse.
Now you see, you see, you could say that
Mm,
you being small, born with a small peen, and you
mm,
and because of it, that's just out of your control.
mm,
But but your piece of cloth attached to your body just decide to get snag on something at that specific moment in time. Not running through the rubble, not dodging all kind of thing, nothing else. No, but that specific time in
mm,
history, your clothes
mm.
just decide to brush in the non-existent wind and get hooked on that and just and cause you to die. Oh no, I will be pissed. I will be hella pissed.
It was real. I would just rip
I will
to it.
literally watch Jesus and say, I want to do over. This is not right.
Fam,
This is not
reincarnate me when all of this ish is done. I don't want to be there while this ish still going on because if my clothes have to be my up again, I don't want it. I don't want it.
right. When I get reborn, I will literally fight clothes. Honestly.
Be like Yoongi, asked to be reincarnated like by, a rock.
Oh my god.
Hey,
Yeah, with the amount of bird shit you will collect as a rock on a daily basis.
I'd rather not really, yeah, but I would say this.
Mhm.
Hypothetically speaking, I would rather get bird pooped on than to have my clothes be my biggest up again.
Real. Real. I paid money for you just for you to take me out. Hell no.
Yeah.
Tall.
Yeah. Oh, so before I left today, I went on Instagram and I saw this short and I wanted to talk about it, where it said that how Phineas from Phineas and Ferb
Mhm.
is actually Doofenshmirtz's child.
You know,
Mm.
interesting theory.
Mhm.
Interesting
And they were
theory.
they were going bit by bit because at some point his mom and Doofenshmirtz did meet, right? They knew
Mhm.
each other. And that was back when she had like big hair. I think she looked like I wasn't listening to it, so I can't really tell you what episode it was from. I was looking at it in silence, like all good people do on Instagram. So you know how she was Madonna and she used to
Yeah,
sing and
yeah,
stuff.
yeah, yeah. The 80s
It looked
hairstyle.
like it
Yeah.
looked like it was back in that time,
Mm.
but it also looked like she could have been in college or a teen. So I'm not really sure. Point
Okay,
is,
okay.
Phineas has the same head shape as Doofenshmirtz, has the same hair style as Doofenshmirtz, right?
Yeah, now that I think about it, yeah, I never picked up on it before.
Yeah, I never picked up on it either, and I'm like, wait, how does Ferb's dad look? Because we saw the dad, right? So Ferb looks like his dad. So if that is the
Yeah.
case, Candace looks like her mom, and then so Phineas, I just saying, right? Phineas is was Doofenshmirtz's son, bro. Theory. That's the theory.
Interesting. Very
Yeah.
interesting.
And now my childhood has been ruined, so. But that don't make sense though, because Candace is the oldest one, right?
Yeah, Candace is the
So
oldest one.
unless some infidelity took place, I don't understand.
I damn. I
Yeah,
think
it,
that's
it's
the
something.
layers to this shit, huh?
It is something to think
But then
about.
again, you being your plans, your evil plans, and your biggest up is your quote unquote son's platypus, pet platypus, bro. That's crazy.
I mean, it's someone somewhat came in full circle, right? But here's my thing: they met later on in the series
Hmm.
by accident, I think. And I think that was when they found out that Perry was a secret agent, right? They ended
Oh,
up
that was a
using
movie. I
Doofenshmirtz.
think that was a movie. Was that the movie? Or was that episode?
Vroega Soil. I don't know. I can't remember.
That was so long ago, man.
So yeah, uh, shit, we old, bro. Anyway, I do remember them meeting. I
Hmm.
do remember them meeting, but I refuse to believe that Vanessa is the only child this man has. Now that I've seen this theory.
Now,
Anyway,
first of all, right?
mm-hmm,
Nobody ever wondered what Vanessa's mom looked like because I mean, you see Vanessa, right? So it's
mm-hmm.
like, what does Vanessa's mom look like?
She's Egna.
That's foul. That is foul.
She could be. She
That's
could be.
crazy. That's mad.
You never know. That's a theory, and I'm sticking to it.
Doofenshmirtz out here, all sizes, boy. Ja, crazy.
Anyway, so I want to talk about dreams are a weird thing to have, right?
So, before you continue, who you cast magic on this time?
Nobody. I did not cast magic on anybody. I didn't manifest anything today. Actually, no, I didn't manifest anything today.
Hmm.
And I told you, just because it's called manifestation doesn't mean it's classified as witchcraft. Okay?
Witchcraft.
It is not witchcraft.
Oh, witchcraft.
It is not. Anyway, right. So again, I was listening to Jumpers Jump, and they were like, "Do you think you could sell your soul in your dream?" And I was like, "Yeah."
What the hell?
Now
That's
here's why I said yes, right? Because it's just a dream, just a dream. I
right,
would
right.
like to say this as well. It's just a dream.
Hmm.
My personal opinion. When I was younger, right, I got approached numerous times in different dreams. And the one that was vivid to me when this topic was brought up was I was in an arcade, right? Oh, I was in an arcade
Hmm.
and I heard this voice in my head saying, "Hey, you want to sign your soul away? I can make you famous." I'm like, "What? No." And he said, "Don't you want riches? Don't you want money and to be recognized all over the world?" I said, "No, I'm not selling my
Hmm.
soul." At this point, because it's not my first time getting this
Right.
type of dream, I was like, "No, I'm not selling my soul." Like flat out, I just said, "No, I'm not selling my soul." And he was like, "Come on, just you just need to sign your soul. You think God is gonna treat you better than I am?" I said, "Yes, and I'm not signing my soul away. What? Leave me alone." And this was before I knew how powerful the name of Jesus was. Okay, so I was just there fighting with this thing, saying, no, leave me alone. I'm not going to do this. This is not what I want. I'm not going to do this.
Mm-hmm.
And I ended up playing a game after the voice left. I won the game. It was jackpot, right? I had to,
Right.
oh, okay, we were in the arcade today. This game where you have to pull a lever and it's kind of like a jackpot thing.
You mean the slot machine type thing? It's a slot machine, right? But
I think so.
I can't remember the exact name for it. But yeah,
But like
it's one of
you,
these
you,
slot
you could
machines.
get up to like 100 tickets or whatever from it.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Right. So it was like that, right? I played that. I hit jackpot. I, and then the last thing I heard was perfect. Now we have your soul. And I woke up crying because I was like, I never agreed to shit like
What?
this. Yeah. And I told my mom about it, and she was like, did you pray? I said, yes. I went back in my room and I prayed.
Uh,
Because she was telling me, she was like, if you, in and of yourself, know you said no and
mhm,
you wholeheartedly rebuked it with all of your being, then they didn't have your soul. They just said that to frighten you. I said, okay. So, my personal opinion, yes, I think it can reach you in dreams to make an offer. If they cannot
interesting.
reach you, if they cannot reach you physically, they
Hmm.
send, they go on the spiritual plane, and they try to do that. But yeah, those are the topics that I had to talk about today. I thought it was quite interesting. So your thoughts on it? Do you think that they could like probably reach you, hypothetically speaking, into your dreams to make
Um,
you quote unquote famous?
if they're able to message your mind and make you believe in it enough,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I wouldn't doubt it. But like, if
Mm,
you'll be like, what the hell is this? What move? Huh? Get out my dream, all kind of thing, and you let your mind feed into it
yeah.
and get paranoid. I
Mm-hmm.
don't believe it's possible for that to happen. You know.
I think people who are aware, or more people need to be aware of it, because it could literally happen to anyone. I was nobody back then, bro. I was not doing anything back then to say,
Mhm.
okay, yeah, I want fame and fortune. No, I was a child back then, bro. Just going to school and
That's
um,
crazy.
yeah, yeah. I I got approached, and I think what saved me was that I knew what it was, I knew what was happening, and I said no, and I tried my best to rebuke it. So I think that's what people need to be mindful of. Yes, if it like it's a dream, don't let people or the surroundings in your dream know that you're dreaming, or like you're aware that you're dreaming,
Hmm.
because then some weird stuff happens. We're not gonna get into that. If watch Inception, just watch Inception, and then you'd see what happens when your dream land
Oh
is
yeah,
aware
I
that
know.
you're sleeping.
I've seen Inception. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So it's scary shit, man.
Yeah, real. I had some really crazy dreams at times too. Like, I remember there was one time I was in my yard, right?
Hmm.
And then my dogs were running around, but like one went through the gate, and then I went to go look because they had closed the gate because he slipped out. And then I
Hmm.
went back, I saw him coming, like pacing back and forth, but his eyes were glowing like bright white, and he had like rabid teeth. I talk about like, you ever saw the dogs from Resident Evil?
Yeah.
Yeah, those that type of teeth, and he was just pacing back and forth, like his head just stationary or like fixated on me while his body was just moving, and he was constantly locked eyes at me. I was like, "What the hell is happening here,
Your dog sounds like it turned into a hellhound, bro.
bro?" Fam, I
Mm,
was genuinely confused. I didn't know what to do. I was shitting bricks, literally shitting. I was panicking so much. I was like, "Mommy!" It was like I didn't know what to do, you know. And then like
mm.
I woke up and I was like, "What the hell happened? What was that?"
A dream.
That was crazy. I was like, shit. I actually made the sign of the cross and went back to sleep. I was like, not me today. Mm. Not me today. Literally, me sang the cross
Oh
and I'm
my
back to see.
gosh.
I was like, what the hell, man?
Oh my goodness. You remember when I told you how I wasn't able to sleep for like 3 days?
Yeah.
On that third day, I woke up and I said, Lord, I can't deal with this anymore, right? And
Mm,
like something told me, just open my Bible. I opened my Bible to Psalm 110. And the first sentence basically gave me my answer, right? Because I wasn't really sure what to do. One, I wasn't feeling like fighting. Two, I felt
mm.
too weak because I haven't done it in a while. And it basically said, leave thine enemies to me, right? I
Right.
said, say less. Like, if you trust in me, I will deal with your enemies. I said,
Mm.
okay, that's all we need. That is all we need. And then from then on, I was able to sleep. So,
Okay, okay,
God is
nice.
good, man. God is good.
Yep, yep.
Anyway, so that's all the time we have for today. I hope you enjoyed this one. I thought it was going to be short, but clearly not. So make sure to like, follow, share with a friend, share with a family member, share it anywhere you can, and let us know down below what are your thoughts on some of the topics that we spoke about. If there's anything that you want to add a comment on. And from last podcast, if you want to put that Chewbacca noise down in the comments, please do that as well.
Shouts out to all the Wookiees. Let's go. Yes, sir.